All right, so get this. We're diving into this wild concept from the Urantia book today. It's called Creature Bestowals. Basically, it's about how a universe creator actually lives as their creations.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it, that to truly get what it's like to be your creation, you got to walk a mile in their shoes, so to speak.
Totally, like
Gee.
becoming a fly on the wall, but on a cosmic level.
Right, and we're talking about Michael of Nebadon here, the one who supposedly created our universe.
Right, and according to the Urantia book, this whole creature bestowal thing, it's not a choice.
Yeah.
It's actually a rule set by these ancient beings called the Ancients of Days, like a cosmic internship before you can be in charge of a whole universe.
You'd think creating the universe would be enough to understand it, right? But I guess even for a universe creator, there's always something new to learn. Well, it's not even just about knowledge. It's about understanding mercy.
Yeah.
There's a difference between knowing something in your head and actually feeling it in your soul, you know?
Okay, so like the difference between knowing someone is going through a breakup and actually going through it yourself. So how does this bestowal thing even work? Does Michael just snap his fingers and poof, he's a Melchizedek?
Well, that's part of the mystery. The Urantia book describes these transformations as sudden and complete. One minute he's this powerful creator, the next he's a celestial administrator attending meetings. Just another Melchizedek in the cosmic machine.
No cosmic fireworks, no grand announcements. He just shows up ready to work. And what's even weirder is that nobody seems to know it's actually him. It's all very hush-hush.
It seems like the point is to blend in, to experience these roles authentically, not as some kind of divine experiment.
Like a cosmic version of Undercover Boss, right? But instead of just observing, Michael actually has to do the work, face the same challenges as any other being in that role.
It really makes you appreciate the dedication to understanding creation on every level.
Totally. So after his stint as a Melchizedek, he levels up to become a Lananandek, which is like a supersized planetary ruler, right?
Exactly. Lananandeks are responsible for entire solar systems,
Yeah.
guiding their evolution, maintaining order. It's a huge job.
And during this particular bestowal, things get kind of messy. The Urantia book talks about how Michael had to deal with this rogue system sovereign who was causing chaos.
Yeah, that's one of the more action-packed stories in the Urantia book. It really shows how involved these creator sons are in keeping the universe running smoothly.
But what's interesting is that Michael doesn't just use his universe creator powers to fix everything. He takes a more compassionate approach.
It's like he learned from his experience as a Melchizedek. Maybe understanding the pressures of celestial bureaucracy gave him a different perspective on leadership.
Maybe he realized that even universe creators need good management skills. But it's clear that each of these bestowals changes Michael in some way, adds another layer to his understanding of the universe.
It's like he's weaving together this incredible tapestry of experiences, each one adding more depth and complexity to the whole.
So speaking of weaving things together, Michael's next transformation is a real head-scratcher. He becomes a material sun, a being made of well matter.
Yeah, this one's hard to wrap your head around. The being who created everything decides to experience what it's like to be made of the stuff he created.
Talk about getting your hands dirty, and not just any matter. We're talking about becoming a planetary prince responsible for a whole planet.
And it wasn't some paradise planet either. This one was facing some serious issues. Rebellion, isolation, the whole shebang.
Talk about a challenge. I mean, can you imagine being a material son tasked with fixing a planet like that and knowing that your boss has literally been in your shoes?
I don't think I'd be complaining about my workload too much.
Right. It really makes you think twice about what it means to have experience, even on a cosmic level.
And the impact of these experiences is felt throughout the universe. The Urantia book says that after each bestowal, the celestial beings who witnessed it become incredibly devoted to Michael.
It's like they're thinking, wow, our leader actually gets it. He's not just some distant, all-powerful being. He understands what it's like to be us.
It adds a whole new dimension to the idea of leadership and service.
Totally, but we're just getting started here. We still have 4 more bestowals to unpack, and they get even wilder. Okay, so last time we left off with Michael basically going undercover as a planetary prince, getting his hands dirty with the nitty-gritty of creation.
And if you thought that was wild, hold on to your hats, because these next few bestowals take us deep into the spiritual realm.
Yeah, you mentioned that we're going beyond the material universe now, so where does Michael end up next?
Well, for his 4th bestowal, he becomes a seraphim.
Wait, what? He becomes an angel. I gotta be honest, I didn't see that one coming. I always picture seraphim as these perfect beings, you know, soaring through the heavens. What can Michael possibly learn from that?
It's a great question. And it really makes you rethink what we think we know about angels. According to the Urantia book, seraphim are more than just messengers. They're actually involved in teaching and guiding other beings throughout the universe.
So they're like cosmic educators? That's pretty cool. So what, does Michael just become a teacher's pet or something?
Not exactly. He actually works with these beings called Trinity Teacher Sons. They travel the universe spreading wisdom and knowledge. And Michael, well, he gets to experience firsthand what it's like to be a student again.
Wow, that's really humbling. Can you imagine? The creator of the universe sitting in class, taking notes.
It really shows that even for a being like Michael, there's always more to learn. The Urantia book emphasizes that he spent his time as a seraphim soaking up knowledge from these master teachers, experiencing the challenges and rewards of bringing enlightenment to others.
It makes you wonder what kind of stuff he was learning. What kind of secrets of the universe was he picking up?
That's something we can only speculate about. But it shows that even for a being of infinite knowledge, the pursuit of understanding never ends.
It's a good reminder for all of us, right? There's always something new to discover. But speaking of discovering, did anyone figure out who Michael really was during this whole angel gig?
It's interesting you should ask that because the text does mention that the Trinity Teacher's son that Michael was partnered with. Well, let's just say they weren't entirely convinced he was just a regular seraphim.
Oh, really? So they were picking up on something. That's got to be a little unnerving. Imagine being that teacher's son thinking, wait a minute, is this angel for real?
I bet their conversations were pretty mind-blowing. But all good things must come to an end, even cosmic internships. And Michael's time as a seraphim was no exception.
So where does he go next?
Well, this is where we take a really big leap. We're talking about the afterlife.
Wait, hold up. You're telling me Michael died, but he's a universe creator. How's that even possible?
Remember, these are creature bestowals. It's like he's trying on different forms of existence. And this time around, he wanted to see what it was like to transition from the material world to the spiritual.
So he basically fast-forwarded to the next chapter of existence. That's pretty intense.
And he doesn't just end up anywhere in the afterlife. The text specifically says he went to Uversa, which is like the headquarters of our entire super universe.
Talk about prime real estate. So what's a universe creator doing hanging out with a bunch of souls who just kicked the bucket?
It's not about judgment or anything like that. The Urantia book calls Michael an ascending mortal during this bestowal, meaning he was going through the same spiritual progression as everyone else.
So he wasn't just observing, he was actively participating. That's wild. Imagine having the creator of the universe as your classmate in the afterlife.
It really changes your perspective on things, doesn't it? But Michael doesn't stop there. He takes his exploration of the afterlife even further with his 6th bestowal as a Urantia mortal.
Urantia mortal. That sounds even more mysterious than the last one. What's that all about?
Well, think of it this way. If being a spirit mortal is like graduating from the material world, then being a Urantia mortal is like going to grad school for your soul.
So he's basically leveling up in the afterlife, taking his spiritual education to the next level.
Exactly. And just like with his other bestowals, he fully embraces this new form of existence, living and working alongside other Urantia mortals. No special treatment, no cosmic shortcuts.
It's amazing that even after all he's experienced, Michael still sees the value in learning and growing. That's pretty inspiring. But you know what they say? All good things must come to an end. So what happens when Michael's time as a Urantia mortal is up? So we followed Michael from the heights of the celestial realms down into the depths of the afterlife. And I gotta say, this whole concept of creature bestowals, it's really got me thinking about the universe in a whole new way.
And as mind-blowing as all of that's been, we haven't even gotten to the most significant transformation of all.
Because now Michael sets his sights on Weller Earth.
Exactly. This is where it gets really interesting. This is the 7th and final bestowal. And according to the Urantia book, it's a testament to just how important the human experience is, even on a cosmic scale.
Because we're not just talking about Michael becoming any human right. This is where he becomes Jesus.
Precisely. The text is very clear about that Jesus of Nazareth, the one who many believe is the Son of God, was also literally a son of our universe's creator.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That's a lot to take in. It kind of makes you rethink everything you thought you knew about.
Yeah, everything.
Won't work.
It definitely challenges our traditional understanding of spirituality and existence. But what I find most fascinating is how this final bestowal frames the idea of divinity. If the creator of the universe is willing to walk among us to experience the full spectrum of human emotions, well, it suggests a level of intimacy and connection that's truly awe-inspiring.
It's like the universe isn't just watching us from a distance. It's right here with us, experiencing everything we do.
And this isn't just about observation. The Urantia book says that after this final bestowal, Michael's authority over the universe is no longer just given. It's earned through his lived experiences.
He's not just a distant ruler anymore. He's someone who's walked a mile in our shoes.
Yes.
Literally. It really makes you think about what it means to lead with empathy and understanding.
Exactly. And it speaks to the transformative power of experience. Even for a being like Michael, it deepens his compassion and understanding in ways that even his divine nature couldn't fully grasp.
So after this incredible journey through the cosmos, after 7 mind-blowing transformations, what's next for Michael? Does he just retire to some cosmic beach and call it a day?
Not quite. He returns to his role as universe sovereign, but he's not the same being he was before. The text suggests that these bestowals, especially his time as Jesus, fundamentally changed him.
He's not just looking at the universe from the outside anymore. He's seen it, felt it, lived it from countless perspectives. That's got to give you a whole new outlook on things.
Absolutely. And here's something else to consider. The Urantia book hints that Michael plans to return to Urantia someday. It's like he formed a deep connection with this little blue planet and the beings who call it home.
That's a beautiful thought, knowing that even after experiencing the vastness of the cosmos, Earth still holds a special place in the universe creator's heart.
It really makes you appreciate the significance of our own experiences, the connections we make, the love we share. It all matters.
So where does this leave us? What can we possibly take away from this incredible story?
Maybe it's a reminder that the universe isn't some cold, uncaring void. It's a place of constant growth and transformation. And every single one of us has a role to play in that.
It's like we're all on this amazing journey of discovery, and you never know what incredible experiences might be waiting around the corner.
And maybe, just maybe, it's a sign that empathy and understanding are the most important qualities in the universe, even for a universe creator.
It's been a wild ride exploring this idea of creature bestowals, and I have a feeling we'll be unpacking it for quite some time. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking those big questions, and most importantly, keep looking up.